friends, I hope your week is off to a great start. Yes, my hair is shorter. We can have a chat about that in the next update video. But today I want to share with you some trail reviews. Not just any trail reviews. Oh no, I have picked the most unique reviews to share with you today. So you might be familiar with the reviews feature on AllTrails. I usually use it to get an idea of trail conditions and get some more information when planning a route. But every so often I come across it's hard to describe, these wonderful, wonderful reviews that either tell it like it is or are such an exaggeration that just makes you laugh. So while not all of these will be just laugh out loud funny, hopefully some of them you find humorous. And maybe if you've hiked these trails, you could probably relate to some of the candid observations and sometimes ridiculous things that people have to say from their experience on that trail. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first one. For one in my neck of the woods, the Swamp Fox Passage on the Palmetto Trail. Joseph here gives it 4 stars and tells it like it is. It's a swamp, bring bug spray. And that just perfectly sums up this section of the Palmetto Trail. It is just, 40 miles of swamp. And a lot of the previous reviews for this trail just gripe and complain about the bugs and how swampy it is and how unpleasant. This guy tells you all you need to know. It's a swamp. What do you expect? Next up, we've got a review for Table Rock. This is Table Rock, South Carolina, one of the terminuses for the Foothills Trail, not Table Rock, North Carolina in Linville Gorge. But so Damon gives it 1 star. He says, great trail with beautiful views. However, be prepared to wait in line. Overcrowded trail. I lost count of the people playing music on Bluetooth speakers while hiking. Super irritating. If a trail could be Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, this would be it. It sounds like this guy went on a weekend. Saturdays and Sundays can be a total madhouse at this park. But to compare it to Dirty Myrtle, the unfortunate town from which I come, that's a really low blow. That's a serious insult there. For a trail to be truly comparable to Myrtle Beach, though, I think you would have to have gang violence and drug use and women of ill repute on every switchback. It is an unfortunate place. I'm also very sad that this is that person's view and experience of Table Rock Trail. In the same area, we have a review for the Foothills Trail. Randy gives it 4 stars and just says, grown-ups. I'm not sure if there being grown-ups on this trail made it 4 stars for him, or maybe somebody at his campsite showed him that gosh awful Adam Sandler movie Grown Ups, and so it demoted his view of this trail by 1 star, or what. But yeah, Grown Ups. Making the Foothills Trail a less than 5-star experience. Now we have the Art Loeb Trail. I have determined that if I can hike the Art Loeb Trail, I can do anything. This trail it's wonderful and it sucks so much at the same time. If you've hiked it, you know. And so going through the reviews for this, it was hard to narrow it down to which ones to pick, but I picked 2 for you. This first one's a little bit longer, so I am going to condense it a little, but Brian gives it 4 stars and says, this trail is not for the faint of heart in either direction. It's almost mountaineering. Need good gear, especially boots. The downhilling will hamburger meet your feet. Skipping down to the bottom of the review, all in all, great views and unique features to this area. If you're an amateur hiker, you will seriously struggle. It is very tough. Bring Advil. Whew, there's more choice words to say about it. Which brings us to our next review. Julie sums up her entire experience in just one very accurate word. Ow. Yeah, that kind of sums it up too. Next, we're going to take a look at reviews for the AT, specifically Springer Mountain to the North Carolina border. And you hear some funny stories along the AT, so I thought the reviews here will be quite interesting. And this first one comes from a hiker called Seven. It is very long, several paragraphs, so like the Art Loeb one, we're gonna skip through to just the parts that stand out the most. So he says, since I solo and do round trips to avoid shuttles and fees, I turned around to head back. Funny thought slammed into my head. Forrest Gump doing a 180-degree turn while running. I don't know why I found that so funny. Then I thought how I wish I could have beaten the through hikers here and witnessed their final jubilation. I had found a nice hidden spot next to a stream and even hung my first bear bag, without benefit of cables or newly installed bear boxes at shelters, about 80 yards away. Since it was still there in the morning, I think I did all right. I would say so. If your bag is still there, you probably did fine. It absolutely poured all night until 6 a.m., but I was fine reading maps until I conked out. Given the huge raindrops, it sounded like I was sleeping inside a bag of Jiffy Pop. Kids, ask your parents what that is back in the day. Oh, dug my first cat hole in the morn. That too was a success. I love that this reviewer is essentially just relaying whatever comes to mind about the experience, as if you're sitting in his living room and he's showing you the pictures from this most recent trip. But Elijah gives this section 5 stars and says, dope. So I guess, I don't know what happened on his hike, but this seems like it was a dope experience. Either that or someone gave him dope. Which made it a 5-star experience. From talking about Myrtle Beach to suspicious substances being handed out on the trail. Sorry guys, didn't mean for this to be as not family friendly a video. Still talking about this section from Springer Mountain to the North Carolina border, Roman says, the stairs suck, but you can find a lot of good gear that idiot through hikers toss to the side. I'm not picking that crap up. So one man's trash is another man's treasure, but he's not gonna touch it. So you guys are free to pick up whatever abandoned and discarded gear you might find. I feel like this could be like a trail garage sale ad. Our last one for these AT reviews is someone searching for somebody else. So David gives the trail 4 stars and says, John, are you still looking for hikers for this trip? I tried to email you. So I guess when email failed and carrier pigeon failed, the only way that David could try to find John is through these AllTrails reviews. Hopefully, David, you found John and got to do your hike. Not the mode of getting in touch with people I would have chosen, but I guess if it's effective, you do you. All right, if you haven't found any of these very funny so far, hopefully this one cracks you up. This is the review that sparked the idea for this entire video. I'm gonna try and muster everything within me to give this the dramatic reading it deserves without laughing. But Mike gives it 5 stars and says, tried to run this trail and took 2 friends. Broke both my legs an hour into it. Frank lost his mind after 9 hours. We ran out of food by the 3rd day. Joey ate a mushroom and died. I lost vision in my left eye on day 7. Frank chased a squirrel off the edge of a cliff and died. I only survived because I tripped and fell and rolled down to the bottom and landed in front of a park ranger. Don't attempt this trail. Yeah, I have no commentary, nothing to add there. I think Mike pretty much sums it up. If you have some ridiculous reviews that you've seen on AllTrails that you'd like to share, I guess put the link to it and some information as to like which one it is I should be looking at in the comments, or, you know, send it to my email. And if you really enjoyed this, maybe we'll do a follow-up video with the reviews that you guys suggested or found. But so I thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you again next time.
Tracing my footsteps through the wind, back to a place where